Alright, I'm gonna look at a Divine 2 Safelane Razor replay. See how this goes. Starting items seem pretty good against like what's probably double melee, so finding the win isn't too bad to just like be able to dump out the damage. Wouldn't hate the like extra damage from Wraithband components either. Like, yeah, you can't chase them down, but like anytime they walk up, you just hit them anyways. Like, you don't have to commit to chasing with Static Link just because like they're melee. Like, you just kind of like zone them out with right clicks as well. You can do that on Razor. It's fine. This is fine too, I guess.
First blood, last words.
Kind of like this. I would defensive aggro back here sooner because you got 2 range creeps anyways, and like it'll make sure that like Tusk feels less comfortable walking up to like deny in your face. Okay, Legion. Yeah, this is like okay, it worked. Wow. Yeah, committing in that situation is like not ideal because like if you force them to man up on you, like 2 melee heroes are generally stronger than like our ranged hero, like are gonna be able to do a lot to a ranged hero early on. So given this is what happened, like I think you have to like fly out a salve ASAP and then like play for pulls. Let's see, we'll see how it goes. Do we have Lotus? So we got it already. Yeah, I think it's a situation where you're like 200 HP, 250 HP, like you just fly out a salve. Like you keep eating like the tangos, but then like you fly out the salve, pretty sure. But like not walking up to the wave is like probably smart while you're still pretty low. You got the stack off. I don't really like this. Like we have items coming out. Yeah, I mean, so like they had a full creep wave here. There was a stack that could have died. Like I don't think you have to commit there. Like I think they like you're in like you have like half HP, right? And like you have static link up, so like you're kind of in control of how that situation goes because you can hold your spells and they have to be careful. So if you just like run in and YOLO it, they like yeah, you force that to happen, but like I don't know if that was like good for you. I would have rather you got this golden XP as much as you can and like prevent them from like getting it by threatening to use your stuff, and then if they like really step out of position, then you can do this. But like I don't know, I wouldn't have done that there, and maybe that's like a stylistic thing, but I don't know, it just doesn't like feel great. I feel like we missed out on a lot there. Fortunately, we missed the flag bearer because we're like messing around with inventory. So this is good. Probably would have queued for that range creep there just because you're going to hit both of them if you don't have a lot of points. It's kind of like you did there, except that like kind of fucked you. And you only got level 1 Q, so I don't know, you're kind of all in on like taking trades with your W here with this the way you've like itemized. Yeah, I mean, is this good? I don't know if this is good, man. No, this is definitely not good. The Arc can get this guy. You're just missing a lot of creeps for this. I can't rewind because there's like a replay bug right now. I just like close out, but missed like a lot of creeps for that. Like, we actually don't have that much money. Like, we have 7 last hits at 4 minutes. It's kind of just like you're not focusing on the right things, which is creeps. Like, yes, Razor is in theory strong in this lane, but you don't have to like prove it by like attacking them every chance you get. Like, you just like a good really high level player will like control this lane and get every CS and like make the Tusk or LC like walk up and do something dumb, and then like go on them to punish. But in the meantime, they're getting every CS and they're controlling like how the enemy can walk up to the wave and stuff like that. Fortunate. Okay, like see, this is them doing something dumb, and so like we're punishing them. And yeah, we're missing creeps under tower for this, which like hopefully we recognize. We are gonna get this guy. I guess we're gonna try and get this guy. Yeah, it's fine. You're not gonna die here, but yeah, I probably would have walked back to the tower after getting the LC. We're just like not focused enough on going for last hits, right? I mean, like it's the creep score. Like you're gonna be way down in last hits and denies. Yeah, like the LC's beating you in last hits and denies. Like okay, you killed him twice, but like gotta focus on the CS more here. Just because you're strong in lane doesn't mean you have to like battle constantly in lane. You'd definitely be eating a tango here. I don't know what that play is all about. Like you gotta recognize that like using your static link means they now know you don't have static link. So like you're no longer threatening to like have a really beneficial trade. So like you can't just randomly use static link like that. Just like makes you less powerful in the lane and less able to like influence what goes on. So like at this point I'd be probably looking to clear these as fast as I can and then like go back and pull or jungle. Like I don't want to like just sit here in front of their tower. Like we're too weak. Like who's their mid? Like is this their mid invoker? Guys, this invoker is mid, but like you know, LC comes back or something. I mean Lion rotates. I don't really know. This just like doesn't feel like why are you just sitting here? I mean now you're clearing it, but like you just like clear that fast and auto attack it down and then like go do something else. Yeah, like you could have pulled this. Like you have nothing to do, you just pull, or you could have just done this camp while this is happening. Because like basically as a carry, you just don't want to be hanging out like right outside their enemy tower. Like this just feels really bad if you have to hang out here and it's like 7 minutes into the game. Like these higher MMR games, like people will just show up. Like this Lion is like liable to just show up. Like he hasn't. I guess we have map vision, but like I don't know. Like stuff has just happened. Like this doesn't feel good. What's happening? Why is this guy going on us? Like we don't want this to be happening, right? We just want to be getting creeps. Tinker's kind of getting our creeps for us. It's definitely just not focused enough on like actually getting creeps and like doing the thing that the carry's supposed to be doing, which is like hitting creeps. We're kind of like obviously just like very focused on like contesting the lane as it is, without like keeping in mind like the larger priorities of like you know, what we're trying to do as a carry in the first like couple minutes. And like this is like a more advanced version of like what I see low MMR players do, which is just like battle. Like this is insane, dude. Like you don't have to do this. Like you're forcing these crazy ass plays. Like of course the enemy's gonna TP for this. Like you have to expect they'll TP for this. I'm not really sure what is going on here. Like you're the carry. If the carry dives, like they are going to respond. Like you just could be like hitting creeps, you know? Could be like hitting these creeps, pulling, getting farm. Instead you're like kind of like forcing plays under their tower, which is like a really bad place to force plays anyways. Like you didn't even have a lot of mana. I guess you got enough mana to cast all your spells. But like I feel like we're way behind now. So we just like have not gotten a lot accomplished or gotten CS in the last like 5 minutes. Now we're hanging around mid. Yeah, you can't TP mid, and well, you can TP mid here, but your goal has to be to farm and walk away. Like you just kind of sat here, like, oh, maybe I'll go on an invoker or something. Like you're very obviously like oriented towards being aggressive when we don't. Like we want to hit creeps. Maybe it's just because you're playing Razor and you're not used to playing Razor, but like it doesn't even matter that you're a carry, honestly. Even if you're a safe laner, like constantly running into the enemy's face, like it's so early. You just want to hit creeps, man. Like you don't have items. Getting some good efficiency action here with the spells. We'll see what level will you continue to skill up, but if you're just in farm mode, you should be maxing Plasma Field, so hopefully you level that up. Yeah, you do. At least we've sort of recognized we're in farm mode. Okay, so like we see a million heroes bottom, so we have to go to lane like right now. Probably should have gone earlier, even just like not finish the camp. It's just like that important to like get to the lane sooner. Nice. Worth. Didn't tread switch though, unlucky. Okay, so we're gonna kind of hit this. Clear the wave. Oh, you're stacking. Okay. Alright, pretty good efficiency. Nullified by the fact that we missed the last hit. But it's good. It is good. It's good. Playing more items, more regen. I don't know what neutral item options you had, but generally a mana regen item is good on Razor, because Razor just needs mana. Like you kind of use mana to farm early on, and you did max Q, so that's good. What you're doing here is generally good. I would have gone back to lane though, given that like we see all these people mid, so I would have like pushed it into their tower one more time, and then gone. See over here. Not really looking to fight it. Which makes sense. I'm probably gonna go base now. Yeah. So yeah, we're in recovery mode now, which is good given what has happened. We definitely want to wait to have full mana because like this is like 2 plasma fields you're missing, I think. Like on a hero like Razor, they like farm 2 mana. That's really unlucky. Okay. I want to rewind, but I think it's going to crash the replay. But let's go back anyways. Okay, and then we TP top and vision. So this choice, like, the TP top is like, they were just mid, and we TP to the most dangerous part of the map. So like, we have to assume, like, if we don't see them anymore, that they might be coming to kill us. I'm not sure how good your game sense normally is, but this is danger zone. This is like immediately I want to run away until I see them showing again, because like it's scary. Like they just want to kill you. Like this is the best kill on the map is you, and we just showed on the tower. We're scanning here, but like you don't even have time to like do these creeps. Yeah, like you need to be. They're killing you either way. They ran straight to you, and you needed to like kill these creeps and then walk straight back to your tier 2 and wait for them to show. Just because they're all missing. They're all missing. They were just mid and now they're all missing. So like, you know, it's not crazy to think that they just ran up here after they saw you TP. So you're just like TP'd in vision. I mean, you farmed the wave, which is like kind of fine. Just like you have to like if you're gonna choose to like make that TP to like the most dangerous part of the map and like show, then you need to like understand what that means, and it means that like you have to like show and then get out if you don't have the information. Like if you have the information, they were elsewhere, like it didn't matter. But based on the fact that we didn't see them, the only correct move if you're gonna make that TP is to kill the wave as fast as possible and then run the fuck away until you see them show on the map somewhere. Let's go walk bottom. This is not gonna work, right? This is gonna work. Wow. Okay, cool. Nice play. Okay, they're trying to punish this. I don't know if they can. You still hit for a bajillion damage. Okay. Reasonable. You're gonna chase the Tusk. I don't know if I would do that. So one hit creeps. Your whole team's here. You could consider TPing top. Well, TPing top now is kind of rough because their LC's there and he wants to pick us off. Yeah, CK's gonna go. You can consider. I was gonna say you could consider TPing top, clearing it, and then just like farming back here. But what you're doing for now is fine, based on the fact you saw the LC top. You're probably not in danger right now, so you gotta be aware of. So yeah, the CK died instead of you. Farm mid. Is Venge a core? I think this Venge is a core, so like if he is, you should not be like following him and taking his creeps. Like if you're both right here and you want to get this regen and you're both right here, like you're the better like jungling hero over Venge. So like you let him take this farm and you go take this farm. There's no reason for you to both run at this farm. And like in that scenario, it's like whoever's the better jungler should go take this, which is you, I think, with your plasma field and stuff. So don't want to be hanging out on top of your bench. Yes, you're like kind of looking to go in and fight here. Yeah, okay, so like this, like teamfight execution is like really important. Like kind of think of like if you're like a drow or like, you know, you're like a ranged squishy carry, or even if you're like a PL at this phase, right? You have to be very careful about where you're committing and where your positioning is based on the enemy team. So like your goal in that fight, like as soon as you, I wish I could like rewind and go back and show it to you again, but I just don't want to keep reloading the replay. Like once the snowball got here and landed, and like the invoker wasn't dead yet, right? But like we want to be back over this way as far as we can while still hitting the invoker. And as soon as the invoker dies, we need to like back up because we don't know where the rest of their team is. If the rest of their team is coming, like you were already like kind of low. So you need to be like ready to run away. Like you need to be thinking, okay, yeah, I want this invoker. Okay, I got him. Like I need to back out until like more develops and I see more heroes. But you have to kind of understand that like sometimes it's all you can get. And like it's because you were so low HP. You like kind of like ran forward as he was like dying and then killed him and then kept running forward into Tusk. And like it's not crazy to me that you like just like died because like their LC hadn't really shown yet. Like you don't have any saves or anything. So it's at like this level where you really need to start thinking about how you're approaching these team fights and exactly where you're positioning themselves and like how you're thinking during the fight, right? Fight is like, okay, like they were silenced, you use your static link on the invoker, you were kind of chasing them, you got snowballed, and like the static link continues collecting damage through snowball. So you're like following up because the invoker is super low. Totally get all that. But then you have to like get that kill, which is a major kill to their mid, and then back up and like wait for another plasma field at the edge of the fight. And like at that point, your fight contribution becomes super minimal unless you think that they've overcommitted somehow and you're confident that like you can run back in with like a plasma field and like a couple hits or something and like not feed for it. So it's like a hard skill to develop, but like I know you've played a lot of Dota, so hopefully you have that in some sense. And it's really important to like kind of temper these in fights and like be more afraid, I guess, is like what I'm saying. Like you're kind of like YOLOing forward, like nothing bad could happen. But remember, you're the carry. Like you're the most important hero on your team, and if you can like get a fight contribution like that and then get out and not die, that's so good. And dying is just so bad as carry. Like we really just want to be farming and hitting creeps. Like we show up to a fight, cool. But we really only want to be showing up to fights that we think we're gonna win. And like that we're not gonna like feed during it. So like even this is like you just have to be really careful because like this lion has both spells. This Tusk will have both spells again. The LC obviously doesn't have dual, but like what if their jug like is in the area? Like you could die for this for sure. Like okay, yeah, maybe you get the and maybe even you get this line, but you could still die for this. Tusk turns around, tag team ults you, jug ults you, like you just die again. Like this is so dangerous because you just don't have the information. You're just like YOLOing in. Not really any comment on the pause here. So like this worked out, but like in some games it like totally won't. Like if that jug was just there, you could just die. So okay, back to hitting creeps. Haven't hit creeps in like 10 years. It's all good. Probably missing a tier 2 neutral item. Oh, there we go. Loggers. Okay, so we're going Yasha. I'm thinking a Lincoln's could be in order this game because of dual and like Lion Hex and stuff. We'll see what you go. Maybe... I'm not sure what this Yasha's going to turn into. I guess just casual. Like BKB. Shard. It's like reasonable. Just like, you don't really have a good solution for LC duel though. And LC's gonna like, you're a great hero for LC to like jump in and duel. Like if he sees you and initiates on you, like you kind of don't live through that. Unless you get like Scotty Satanic. Okay. I just walked into this because it was happening near you, so that's fine. Consider TPing mid here and just cleaning it up. Well, I guess that, like Bench Illusion is like a real hero. Okay. Kind of concerned about bottom. I guess you don't want to TP there though. I wouldn't TP there. Okay, your team's showing up, so now I would consider TPing bottom. I guess they already got the tower, so maybe not. Meanwhile, what you're doing is fine, farming. Like, I'd be doing what you're doing while thinking about the things I'm talking about. Okay, so we didn't check on the mini-map what this fight looked like. Or not on the mini-map. We didn't check with our camera, like, to come look at what was happening here. So I don't know if this TP is good or not. So I would criticize this TP, not because it, like, it might be a good TP, but it might not be. Like, you really just have to see what's happening here. And, like, make the judgment yourself. Like, if I saw all this and my Venge running in my silencer here, I'd probably TP, honestly. I'd probably make the TP and, like, come help. This looks helpable. But, like, you didn't know that. Like, your CK could be on, like, 10 HP and dying right now. And if your CK is already dying or already dead, like, this is a bad TP. So we just have to check, because we didn't know before we TP'd. And that's just really important, is understanding. Or not understanding, but just seeing. Seeing to then make the judgment. So if you don't run into Roche right here, you're a total noob. You just killed 2 heroes, and you're right by the Roche pit. Total noob, total noob, total noob. Your whole team's trash. Your whole team's trash. You get these 2 kills right here. Roshan, my friend. You're very strong. You have Avenge, CK. This is 100% Roshan if this is an immortal game. Like, this is why you guys are all divine. Because nobody cared about Roshan here. Like, we are strong enough. And, you know, it's just, you just have to be thinking about it. You just have to be thinking about it. That was a Roshan play that we missed, so really big mistake there. And it was your whole team missed it. It's not just you. Getting mana, but like it's just that bad. Okay, notice you're a good dual target. He didn't kill you, granted, but okay. Venge is doing work with her axe. Yeah, you again. This is bad positioning. You are not the front hero for your team. Like, you cannot be in before CK is in. Your job in that scenario is to stand back here, hit the. If they're running away and you run through the tower, like, you can't charge in first. Like, this Venge illusion already died, so it's like not going to be helpful. You've already got a dead silencer. Like, I would be hitting this tower. Like, I would walk. I would chase till I did, and then I would just hit this tower if they ran away, because like I'm not going to commit under the tower. And then if your CK gets in and commits and you want to follow up, that's fine. But you continuing to run in and be first before your CK, I know he's in front of you now, but like you were in front of him basically until he reality rifted in. Bad like positioning and like understanding of like what your hero's capable of. Like, yeah, different items that might be different, right? Like you have Satanic, like maybe you can do that, or BKB, but you don't. So that was just kind of luck more than anything, I'm pretty sure. Like, I mean, maybe you had a really, really good read on that exact situation. I'm not sure. But, like, I would not have ran in like you did there, being in front. Like, continue to chase, but make sure your CK's in front, and make sure they can't easily turn on you. Like, be behind the CK in the Venge illusion, so if they want to turn on you, they have to go through your team. Or, like, they turn on your team, you're there to help. But, like, you can't let the turn be on you, who's a squishy, agi hero. You know. Okay. I don't know what the else he's doing. So we need mana. Again, Roshan. Again, Roshan. Gotta just do Roshan here. I mean, your team's chasing Invoker. But, like, the call should be ignore the Invoker. Go to Roshan, guys. It's actually so low skill. And I mean that relative to you being Divine, too. Like, if you were, like, Guardian, like, I wouldn't be harping on it quite so hard, because, like, they never think about it. I would still mention it, but... okay, now your team's... actually, I don't think your team's doing Roshan. I think they just happen to be chasing a Lion who's there. Really need to be flying out more mana regen and consider... just going base, I guess? Like, there's not really a mana regen item you can buy. You really want this BKB, but... big fight happening... Yeah, flying out clarities one at a time is not enough on a hero like Razor. And honestly, you can consider getting a Bassi. Like I think a lot of people will get like a Bassi on Razor because like this hero has major mana problems as you're experiencing. Okay, so your team got wiped bottom. I don't really blame you for that. Like, you couldn't really effectively be there. And then they made that choice. Maybe just make sure you tell your team in these scenarios, like, hey, I'm not going to be there. And if they still go feed, like, whatever, like, that's on them. Like, I don't blame you for not being there. Okay, please go base. Okay, yeah, you're finally going to go base and get mana. Okay, they're probably getting Roche now, but remember, we had 2 other opportunities where we could have gotten it instead. So, please don't TP in here. Okay, good. This is not a good TP, though, because we know there are, like, 4 heroes here. It's like, why are we TPing here? We have no ability to, like, TP away. Like, if you want, you can walk here and farm this, or, like, you could TP out here, because, like, you can, like, farm all this space for a while. I don't like TPing out of base in that scenario anyways. Like, okay, yeah, we know where they all are. That gives you a lot of freedom to walk wherever you want, and then have the ability to TP to the other side of the map if needed. Whether you go bottom and then TP top if you want to, or you walk top and then like TP away from them if you like don't want to fight them before you get your BKB. So like I don't think this TP out of base really makes sense. Like it's just gonna really limit you. Oh my god. Well, that was just luck, honestly. If they're more ready to like punish a hero that's showing, I still think they can kill you right now. They have Aegis. Like, okay, Invoker's not there, but like he Sunstrikes, they have Duel and Finger and Jug. Like, you should die, honestly. Like, if I was them, I would just be waiting right here, and I would be seeing you, and I'd be like, okay, this guy's fucking dead. I mean, Revenge can't really save you because he's not in position. I can't actually believe that they all just, like, backed off. I'm not really sure why they would do that. It's like, I think luck on your part more than anything? I guess they just, like, wanted to go mid. Okay, we didn't have a TP, but we're walking mid. It's like kind of going okay. Okay, I went pretty good. Okay, again, the positioning. You know, like I know you want to be close to them with static link, but like try and be like 300 or 400 range away, and like judging the fight. Right? Are we like, is this going well? Do I want to like chase if they run away? Is this not going well? Do I want to keep backing up? Kind of just where you're standing relative to their heroes, like specifically, and like it's, you know, that's kind of a weird situation. They all kind of snowball this way, but like I like try and run out while the static link is still going, and not like wait for it to end and see what happens while I'm standing in the middle of them. And, like maybe nothing changes, but so we have our BKB now. I don't believe we had it when we like walked into that fight. Spell life steal, static link, damage steal. Just like makes sense. They don't have the Aegis anymore. We're gonna TP. Yeah, I think it's kind of a bad habit that you have of TPing out of base just every time just because you can. Like this, like if you're playing ranked, like you have to realize it's like not a turbo where your TP's up in 40 seconds. Like it's too important in a normal game to have your TP available for anything. Like, what if they like 4 heroes show for them right here, and then they start pushing? Like, I don't want you to run over there right now. I just want you to be able to TP there in 30 seconds if you need to, and you just can't. Even if you had another TP, which you don't. Would be in cooldown, right? So we're kind of like running out of top. I hope you understand this is insanely dangerous to be showing on this creep wave right here with no vision of the enemy team. And like, you know they're not here, and you know they're not... Oh, actually we do see Tusk. I don't know why he's not showing. So I guess we see Tusk. But even still, I'd be pretty scared of like LC Invoker combo? Lion? I'd be scared here. I'd be scared. Unless maybe you see more heroes than the minimap showing me because there's some kind of bug or something. I don't really know. I'm assuming the minimap's accurate, but maybe it's not. Take a Tormentor. Good. We're going Sanj and Yasha. Okay, fight breaks out. Okay, I'm gonna slow this down. Okay, so we get the Jug after he Omni Slashes. BKB after we got pushed back. Yeah, we're dead. Yeah. you have to be okay, I think, with just not full committing there. Like, given how the fight started, which was them picking off your CK, I think, to start that fight. Yeah, like the Venge and the CK died to like their initial initiation plus juggle T. So like you have to kind of see that that's happening and then have the wherewithal to be like, not the fight, and then back off. And they're gonna get a lot, like right, even if you're still alive and you backed off instantly and you're alive right now, like you go farm whatever, like they're still gonna get a lot, and now they're gonna get a lot, but you're dead also. So just really try and like a lot of times in like the mid game like this, if they get the initiation and pick off to start, that means it's a bad fight by definition, and then you shouldn't like run in and help. And you know, if you're like having a great game and you're like way ahead and you like can like own them all after they've used Omni Slash, then that's different. But right, we're not like way ahead. And it doesn't even matter specifically what the net worths are, but like you know, right? Like you're like, oh, like you know, if you had like Satanic and Sanjay Yasha finished already, you're like, oh yeah, maybe I can walk in and turn this fight because I'm like giga strong. But you don't. So we kind of played like we were super strong there. But I just gotta be okay with like backing off. Team's kind of feeding. Before we're alive, what can you do? Okay, now they're kind of like... Okay, so we got a buyback. Don't kill the jug. Unlucky. Okay, positioning. The lion, mana. Oh no. This game end right here? This game doesn't end right here, so I don't know what's going on. They're like really running on like low resources. Oh. Does the game end? Wait, the game doesn't end right here. I don't know what's going on. I guess they just don't drone. So we all die again. So they just go for T4s. Okay, okay. No, I don't get it. They killed you all again. So they just keep hanging around trying to dive. Somehow the game doesn't end right here. Wow, so they have to get out now. And jug feeds. Wow. Crazy. Wow. And they feed a bunch of heroes. Oh no! Elsie's gonna die too! These guys are psychos, man. I guess he's not gonna die? Well, what can you do? Okay. Weird happenings. But, like, just to center ourselves, what matters? Getting this lane pushed out matters, and Roshan matters. I guess it's not up yet. Response in 2 minutes. That's what would be on my mind, though. And, like, in theory, you should know that. Hopefully somebody, like, wrote it down in your team chat or something. Or maybe, or just somebody has a feel for it, like, oh, it can't be up yet, but it'll be up soon. Basically, at this point in the game, now that it's, like, maybe we're behind, it's kind of, like, stabilized for now. It's like, okay, Roshan is the main thing that matters now. Whoever gets the next Roshan, like, obviously you want to keep farming. Like, getting Roshan is, like, really big. Farming, we're farming. We see Jug up here, which means his team's probably up here, so we should be out. Okay. Having buyback probably pretty relevant too, given that your throne is exposed. Okay, Roshan's gonna be top. It's gonna be up soon, and like it maybe could be up now. Like based on how the timer works and how long the respawn was, I don't know, but it might be able to be up now. And it's something I would be thinking about. Like team smoke, 3 smokes available. Go to Roshan. Some self-deprecation. It's probably true. We are really bad. What's happening top? This bench is like YOLOing. I don't know what's happening in this game right now. Everybody's more concerned with talking than playing. Okay, so they're trying to push top with no Aegis. This is psychotic shit. Okay, so Jug feeds. Joker feeds. Tusk feeds. Okay, alright. Okay, so we have to defend base and then Roshan. Defend base and Roshan. I don't know why you're trying to chase this LC. It's like, it doesn't matter. You're not going to catch him. Like, right. In games like this, you want to keep your priorities. Defend throne, Roshan. Roshan, my friend. Only thing that matters. And they're, like, dead on 3 heroes. Like, you have to go Roshan here, dude. You can't jungle. Oh. I mean, just the main takeaway from this game, like, there were some other things we covered, but the main thing has to be, like, I care about Roshan. When is Roshan? How do we take Roshan? Can we do it now that they're dead? Like, that's the only thing you need to be asking yourself all the time. Okay, we finally get over here and take it, because your team does it. Like, it's carry a lot of times. You should be, like, leading the charge on this, right? Guys, let's go Roshan. Guys, let's go Roshan. Or just, like, if you want to be the best player in the lobby, you'll be the one talking about it. Right? Like, when I play Immortal games, when I used to play Immortal games, like, I was almost always the one saying, let's go Roshan, let's go Roshan, let's go Roshan. Like, somebody's just gotta come out and fucking say it. And a lot of times people won't. Liver Cape too strong. Okay, we're getting lots of kills. Okay. Good awareness in the fight, like, pay attention to what's happening behind us. Turn, turn, turn. Yep. Kill this guy, kill this guy. Q? Oh, you don't have Q. You have your Mjolnir thingy, though. Good. Nice. Okay, lane's good. The instant that he dies, my eyes go to the minimap. I'm like, are my lanes good? They're pretty good. So then we can push. I would even you don't have that much time. I would almost even consider TPing base. Well, actually, they don't have super creeps in this game. I was thinking they had super creeps in mid, but they don't. So I was thinking this would be like pushing in, but it's not. So you don't really need to take care of mid. Yeah, it's pushing in slowly, but I guess you just push really hard right now. It's for sure the play. You could consider TPing mid or TPing fountain, refilling your mana, walking out, pushing, and reconnecting with the team here. Like, very fast. Like, you TP, wait like 5 seconds, and then run straight this way, like, killing creeps as you go, and, like, reconnecting with your team bottom, and that'll be before they're alive. And you've, like, successfully pushed out mid. Your team's probably gotten this in the meantime, and then you, like, reconnected. Like, that's something you could do. It's something, like, something that should be on your radar as an option. Like, okay, maybe you don't want to do it right here. Maybe you just want to push faster. But it should be a consideration. Okay, so we don't have creeps yet. You see, like, nothing's happening here anyways, right? Like, it's like a waste of time. Try not to, like, use your mana in that situation. Like, it's, like, kind of minor, but like, you don't have that much mana, and using all your shit costs a bunch of mana, so, like, given that they're not alive and you kill that super fast anyways, try not to, like, waste the mana, because, like, when they do respawn, you want to have mana to, like, use your spells. It's funny Satanic doesn't have a mana cost. Okay, now we're TP back. Okay, so we got 1 tower. What can you do? Not too bad. We're farming. Really need mana. Going for mana. Okay, so we are going back for Lincolns. Honestly, at this point, now that you have the Satanic at the Sanjiasha, I'm not sure you need a Lincolns. Given that this LC is, like, not really scaled. Like, his items are kind of, like, meh. Like, if he had BKB and, like, Daedalus, I'd be a little more afraid. But he doesn't. He has, like, Ags and Shadowblade and Deso. But given that he's not, like, scaled in a way that, like, super threatens you, so he has this Deso, but you have, like, really high armor, right? So in this scenario, I almost don't. Like, I know I said it earlier, but that's because, like, you were behind and, like, he was scary and, like, a threat. But now at this point, it doesn't really seem like he's, like, threatening you. I would consider, like, AC, Shiva's Swiftling, kind of whatever else you want to get. Like, now that this is going pretty well for you, like, you feel, like, strong and, like, you're not, like, just dying to this. But not a bad option for sure. Should be a consideration. Okay, so we're getting this. We have the Aegis. So what do we do now that we have the Aegis? I mean, once we have all of our spells, which we kind of do, like, I would, like, want to push out the lanes and then, like, smoke up with my team. Like, it's the only thing that we should be doing right here, right? It's, like, smoking up with our team and staying grouped and, like, fighting under vision. Like, this, the fact that we see them here and we're not ready to, like, punish is, like, kind of bad. And that's, like, not just you, that's your team, but, like, once the lanes are pushed, we like, at this phase in the game, you should not be spending time, like, jungling spread out like this. like your team has the ability to be strong and impose themselves on the map, and you guys are just kind of not. Like they're running around under your vision. This is the perfect team fight, and like, ugh, like what are you doing? Like, why is nobody doing anything about this? Like, what more could you want? Them running around under your wards, and you have Aegis. Like, isn't this the fight we want? Because LC like feeds like a moron, but like, really, you should be calling like, guys, kill them under the wards. Guys, kill them under the wards. Like, Venge, come. That's like all I'm doing. I'm like, guys, can we please fight them under these wards right now? That's all I would be like telling my team to do. Luckily, LC feeds, so kind of makes the game simpler. Now we can just push. Tinker's getting gone on. Your team's reacting. This is a little sketch because we just had 2 heroes TP top, and the Jug, who was like the one going on him, like got away. So like if we assume that the Tusk TP back, and they have Walrus Punch, right? Yeah, they have Walrus Kick. So like this is kind of psycho now. We don't have 2 heroes. They have 4, and they have a super good displacement spell. So this is actually bad now. That was just a throw, I think. Oh, I guess maybe your team knew Jug was still here. If Jug's not here, then it's not as bad. Okay, this is stupid. Which you presumably know. We also use BKB for that, so... Yeah, I mean... Duh? I want to say duh? Because they have a Tusk? Walrus Kick? So that's like kind of just you throwing. Not really much to analyze there. So yeah, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. We've covered a lot. We've learned a lot, I think. So... I mean, biggest takeaway is just the not roshing. Like when you won that fight here and you didn't rosh, and then I think you won another fight somewhere around here and then you guys didn't rosh. Just crazy, because like that is so important. All people care about at higher MMRs, and like your lower MMRs, you don't care about it. In some sense. Obviously, there's other small things you can do as well that we talked about. I think some of your positioning in fights kind of matters, depending on the hero you're playing. Like Razor, you kind of want to run in, but like you were doing that before you really had the items, and like you can run at them without like running into melee range of like dangerous heroes like Tusk and LC and stuff. Like if you like kind of play the fights a little more carefully and be aware of your positioning, or like knowing what you want out of a fight. The fight here with the Invoker. I mean, I don't want to repeat everything I said already, but right, just backing off right after we get that Invoker kill, as opposed to like continuing to run forward, given that we were like low and we didn't know where their team was. These types of small things are going to help you a lot. Skipping those like deaths. That death where you TP'd in here and then like died in the jungle. That's very avoidable if you understand the concept of like they're all missing, they were just mid, and I TP'd as the carry here, and they would want to come up here, not only just take the tower, but like you TP'd and you were showing in visions, like they want to kill the carry, and we didn't see them at all. You just have to understand that like in that scenario you have to act as if they smoked and ran at you, which in this case they did. Sometimes they won't have, but sometimes they will have, and that's like a death that a high MMR carry won't have, because they understand that, and if they make that TP at all, they kill the creep as fast as they can and run away. Items of that were pretty good. Shard would have been nice at some point, but it's like whatever. And then that other fight that happened here where they like it started with your CK and Venge dying, like you just gotta like write those off and be like, oh, I guess we lost that fight, like I'm out. Hopefully we don't lose off this. You guys basically should have lost off that almost. Or they could have just backed up way earlier and gotten like a huge advantage with like Roshan and taking over the map, right? I could just like replay analyze this game from their perspective and talk about a ton of mistakes that they made as well, but yeah, overall, pretty good game. I think you guys do come back to win this, right? Yeah, you do come back to win this, which is nice. So good job staying in the game, not letting it get too out of control, and capitalizing on their mistakes, honestly. The fact they like try to dive your fountain and stuck around so long and then like fed all their heroes is like really bad. Nothing else major I want to say. And go back and think about the laning stuff again and how you like ran that lane. And like how bad your CS was early. Like just because your hero is strong against their heroes doesn't mean you have to like constantly fight them. like wait for them to do something stupid and then punish it, and meanwhile get all the CS and like deny them CS because you're way stronger than them. All right, man.